right, hey, it's Dave Holker with D2D Experts. We're here with Michelle from SolarEdge. Happy to see everyone. We were just talking about, you're welcome, talking about how you were from LA.
Yep.
And been in the door-to-door space for 13 years.
Yes.
How did you get your start? Tell me about that.
Actually, I was a mascot for Solar 13 years ago. Sunny Samantha.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked at farmers markets. It's like back when, people thought solar was just for doomsday preppers. We were trying to make it more approachable. I was a big sun, and I would just stand there and try to lead generate with a big sun costume on.
Just a big sun costume.
Yeah. I wish I had a picture, but
out in front of what?
In front of a farmer's market in San Luis Obispo. If anybody knows where San Luis Obispo is.
I do. It's beautiful there.
Yeah, and so then I got into solar with a residential solar company there, and door knocked around San Luis Obispo. Drove around my classy snack wagon with my team of people, and we door knocked. And
That's amazing.
That was back when solar was $7 a watt.
$7 a watt.
And it was all cash
at the very beginning.
Yeah. So
before the PPA wave.
Right. Yep, it was. It's like, hey, do you have a briefcase of cash? We'll
so
take
you
it.
were literally one of the trendsetters, one of the people who paved the way for everybody that's in solar today.
It was less saturated.
Definitely less saturated.
Yeah, we had to educate.
I've been in solar now for about 10 years.
Okay.
And I came in when the PPAs were just starting to get big with Vivint Solar and Solar City.
Yep.
You definitely paved the way for us.
Yeah, we tried.
You're like that trendsetter for us.
We tried. Yeah, I remember hitting, like 5 deals and being like, awesome, it's awesome, 5 deals in a month, Now it's like, that would be nothing, so.
That's awesome.
I was just at dinner last night with a solar guy, and he sold 350 deals last month. I'm just like,
350 deals in 1 month
for one guy, yeah. And
that is unbelievable.
It's a new market, and it's exciting.
Definitely a new market. So what advice do you have for all these door-to-door guys now that are getting into the industry, that are they're out there, they're not getting the 350 yet.
Yeah.
They're doing their 1 or 2, they're brand new, just like when you were brand new. Like what advice do you have for them?
Yeah, I think that I initially learned the wrong way, where it was like I was going with a script and a pitch, and I was creating a wall between me and the homeowner, and I wanted to be like just this salesperson and hit them hard, and I think that every human wants to relate to another human.
Of course we want to relate.
So if you can go to a door and say, mine was always, God, you have a beautiful roof.
I like that.
And people are like, what? And then you start talking about, your neighbor actually got solar last week with me, and I noticed you had just the perfect roof for it, and I'm just wondering why not, and it was just that discussion to start. I never led with fear, and it's like we just want to create not a wall. No fear.
We don't want to use scare tactics.
Yeah. And hit as many doors as you can.
Hit as many doors as you can. Take that salesman hat off. Be friends. Break the ice.
Yeah.
I love that. And so, and obviously, working still, you're here at Door-to-Door Con. What is it that's kept you in this door-to-door arena for 13 years?
Well, I think now I'm on the solar manufacturer side, and manufacturers are usually like the nerds of solar. They don't talk to salespeople, they don't talk to the sales reps, they're talking to the business owners, about technical stuff. And I came over to SolarEdge because I really wanted to key in on the sales rep, because they're the first ones out there. They're actually the ones that are making the decision, let's be honest, on what they're selling. And I wanted to educate them and help them get to where they need to be. And people are joining the industry, but like you and I, we're like veterans. We can share our knowledge with brand new people.
Yes, we can.
And that's what I wanted to do.
That's awesome.
That's why I'm staying here.
It's good to have like that ambassador that's in behind the scenes with, we call them nerds, but they're like the smartest people by far.
Yeah, engineers. Right? Let's just call them engineers then, I guess. Okay, I couldn't do it.
Like, I couldn't do it.
Right.
I'm not smart enough to.
Yeah.
They're brainiacs, but we need them, and they're there. And it's good to have like someone that knows our industry, that's rooting for us and helping us behind the scenes. Like, hey, these are the guys out there.
Yeah,
and
that's what I want to do.
Much needed.
Yeah.
And so, when you're going through that, what's the biggest objection that you hear sales reps, when you're educating on your product, on solar in general? What's the biggest objection? What's some advice that you can get to get over it?
It really depends on the region. I go all over the country. There are still areas that are very they don't have a lot of knowledge about solar, so It's a new market still, which is exciting for door knockers. They can educate, they can go over the misconceptions, and then there's other markets like California where we're oversaturated, and
yes, it is.
As soon as that homeowner sees the door knocker, they're like, nope, no solar.
I don't want solar.
Yeah. So,
are you a solar?
Right. So I think, getting over that barrier, not letting it get to you. I always tell the guys too that are out there, you're getting a lot of exercise, if anything.
Yes.
You're getting to talk to a lot of people. You're getting to practice your skills no matter what, and so it's actually one of the best jobs you can have because you're not stuck in an office all day.
I love what you said about like the skills. I want to kind of expound on that. I read a book once called The Happiness Advantage.
Yeah.
Have you read that book? It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they have that chapter, and I forget what the title of the chapter is, but it talks about when you have a happy attitude toward your tasks. It talks about the people who, the maids that would clean the hotels, and how they looked at it as exercise.
Yep.
And they tried to see how many steps they could get and how they could do that. And I've had a couple females, or a few years ago, there was a brand of shoes.
Okay.
I can't remember what brand it was now, but they had these extra high heels that were supposed to be butt shapers for women.
Yeah.
Do you remember those? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I don't know if they really worked.
I don't know. I think they were Skechers.
They're very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. But I had females that would knock for me.
Yeah.
And they wore those shoes.
Yeah.
And they had a smile on their face because they're like, I don't care.
Right.
I mean, obviously they care about their goals and they wanted to have success.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they had a good attitude because I'm getting exercise every day.
Yeah.
I'm in shape.
Yep.
And so it's good to have that attitude.
It's about mindset.
You're exercising, you're in the sun, you're gaining new skills you can take with you, move on to a corporate America job, a huge publicly traded company, and your position is what again? President?
Sales education manager. I mean, if you want to say residential sales training manager, that's pretty much it.
Which is awesome. Those skills take you to the next level.
Yeah.
And help you out so much.
Yeah.
And so, give us a plug for SolarEdge. Why choose SolarEdge? And their products over everyone else.
Sure. So SolarEdge, and we have a booth here, and we have our products out if you want to touch them. But we are the #1 residential solar inverter globally. So we're in 133 countries, based in Israel.
Yeah.
A large proponent in North America.
Yes.
So inverters, optimizers, batteries, EV chargers, smart energy management. We're getting into all of that. So we're creating an ecosystem. We want to make sure that the guys at the door can talk about an ecosystem and not just solar, because it's a different market now. It's energy management. So
the ecosystem, like so many houses now are wanting those smart homes, everything integrated together. Lots of product lines under one umbrella, so they all work seamlessly. Yeah. Batteries, next level right now.
Yeah, almost
especially
necessary.
Markets like California, Hawaii.
Yeah.
You're our expert for the show this year. The one and only person speaking on batteries.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the message is we all have to start getting to know it and getting to sell it, because let's learn from what happened in California. Luckily those sales reps are really hitting their stride and doing well now. But in those first 3 months, if you didn't know, since NEM 3, if you didn't know how to sell a battery, you were on the struggle bus. Like you were not able to do it. And there's 38 states right now that are trying to change their NEM policies.
There are.
So we gotta get into battery, and for a homeowner, this is truly how we make them become their own power plant. Like this is how they have independence with the battery, because then we're not relying on the grid as much.
It is nice to have that independence. People want that.
And it's easier than people think. I think we sell with our own wallet a lot.
Yes, I was gonna ask that was my next question for you, is give us the sales pitch. Like, obviously California, obviously Hawaii, batteries fit in, and we can still quote unquote save people money, which is selling with our wallet, right?
Right, it is.
But in a lot of these other states, a lot of states I've been in, you add a battery and there is no savings.
Yeah.
That financial side is much harder to pitch, and it's much harder to present. It's obviously very doable. People are killing it.
Yeah.
Give us a sales pitch. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it is truly mindset on our side as a salesperson, that we need to realize that homeowners don't just care about savings. They care about control, predictability, independence, and the #1 thing that homeowners spend their money on is home improvement projects. And so this is actually a home improvement project that's going to help them become independent. It's really the only one.
I like that angle. That's
good. So And by the way, what's the biggest misconception of a homeowner when you're selling them solar? That they're going to have power in an outage.
That's right.
So why are we selling them out of that when we have that solution?
When we have the solution.
Yeah. Let's lead with it. And then what we're seeing is if you lead with a battery and they decide they don't need one,
Yep.
your close rates are going to increase regardless, because when you peel that off,
The price,
Yeah.
the savings.
right?
I like how you frame that as a home improvement project.
Yeah.
That's where people spend their money,
Yeah.
as opposed to, hey, we're just here to save you on your energy bill and get you
Right.
off the grid.
Yeah, because
Right?
that's what everybody else is saying.
Exactly.
Like-
It's a wholly different frame.
Yeah.
It changes the entire conversation. And yes, every single household, every single homeowner out there has a budget for home improvement projects.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Totally.
Michelle, is there anything else you needed to say?
I don't think so. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much
We
for
are so excited for
having me.
SolarEdge to be here.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So thank you for supporting Sam. Thank you for supporting D2D
Oh,
Experts.
of course. Yep. Love you
Appreciate
guys.
it. Thank you.
All right.